Playing ARK on a modded server for the first time has been a little overwhelming, but I've enjoyed the challenge. Up until now though, I've built everything using vanilla structures, but I think I'm finally ready to try and use the S+ mod to build myself a greenhouse in the Hunted Monarchy Season 4.5. Let's get cracking. Alright you tinkers, I'm Toastbloke, and today I'm going to be jumping further into the deep end. I don't know how I can get any deeper, and playing with more mods. In fact, you'll notice I've already got one set up here that I did not have before. This is called a Soul Terminal. I've named it Hacks because it is hacks. This is doing all sorts of things for me. It's got all me dinos in. It's got a dung beetle in that I traded Sanix Dodo for, and it automatically turns poo into fertilizer. I've also got this to pick up eggs when they pop out with my dinos, mate, and it's just it's shearing my sheep for us. So I've got all this wool and I don't even know what to do with it. So it's a little bit mental, but I can see why everybody else is miles ahead of us in the game. I've also managed to get about on my RG to do some farming because I needed to for today's episode, and I came across the things I needed to make my Tropio saddle. So this Tropio here is actually mine. I haven't flown it yet. I'm not going to. It's just nice to know I've unlocked that. Now, as well as that, I raised up the Deinonychus that I got from going to the swamp with the guys and running in endlessly and dying a million times to pick up eggs. And yeah, things are just looking a lot better. Well, I had a horrible time after the snow cave. Hang on. What's going on here? What is this? There appears to be a map outside of my house. From Spirit's Hideaway, that is Charlie. With a big red dot over the centre, which is making me, it's giving me nipple vibes. And then some coloured blocks with a chest. I can get in the chest. What does this say? Seems like you've gotten some noisy neighbours. Want to shut them up for good? Look for the code in the area marked in red. I've not got any noisy neighbours. Are they meant to be making noises? They're not making noises. They're supposed to. Well, I guess we've got to figure that out as well. But that's not what we're doing right now. We might look at that later on. I want to make sure that I do some building today, because I need to get crops and I need a greenhouse for that. Now, I've got this lovely space over here. So I'm thinking I should turn this into an area for a greenhouse. Now, because I want to challenge myself further with mods, like I was saying, I think it's time that we jumped on to S+. I think it's time. I think we give it a go. And I'm a little bit freaked out by it, a little bit scared. But I think we can do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some things outside. I'm going to craft up an S+ table. And I'm going to get that on a foundation outside. I might even make a... Well, I don't need to do it. Don't need to make any storage. I was going to say I'll make a vault, but I don't need to. Because I can just use the mod to pull things in because I've got hacks. Let's pop some foundations down here. And I'm going to put my S+ crafting table on there. And I'm hoping I can just craft everything on here, pull them into the inventory, and make my life easy. So, let's click structures, metal and glass. I want stone. I want stone. So does that mean I need to go and get the engram for an S+ stone foundation? I do. I'm also going to want the triangle ones. So that's where we're going to start. We'll get some of those crafted up. All of those foundations are crafted up. And I've heard there's a little tool on here which might make my life, when I'm trying to get the foundation height sorted, easier, called the starter block. Now, I've not used this before, so it's going to be interesting to see what this does. Do I craft it in my inventory? It looks like I do. So let's make one of those. And then I'm just going to grab half of each set of foundations if I can. As long as I can walk, I'm happy to. I might not be able to walk. No, I can. Just about. So I'm going to get this block. It's not a block. It's those little wooden things you put around your garden. Around your flower beds. What's this? I'm thinking if I want my entrance to be here, I kind of want to line it up so it's got that in the backdrop. I think that'll be cool. I'm guessing I'm probably going to want the entrance around here. I think that makes sense. That legit is just a border for your garden. That's all that is. It's just a flower bed. There's not even a block. How are they going to call it a block? It hasn't got a back. This is why mods annoy me. They could have easily made this a full cube, right? So what do? Hold for more options? adjust rotation, adjust position. Right, I don't want to do any rotating. I don't know what that stuff is. Right, and I've got all of the different axes to sort this out on. Ooh. Right, up and down. It can fly? Why can it fly? Right, I'm going to put that about the height of my head, I think. That's not the height of my head. Let's go in again. Let's go in again. I'm going to do that so I can see the height of my head. In fact, can I type... Oh, it's gone to 20. I want to do 20. 20 is a good number. I think that looks high enough for all the way over here. We're going to risk it. We're going to risk it. So I'm guessing that I replace this with a square foundation. Or does it snap to it? No, it replaces it. Boom. And then I'm going to start going around in a circle, alternating with triangle foundation, square foundation. Just to get a feel for where I'm at. Square, triangle again. And this should get me all the way around into a nice little circle. And if it doesn't, I don't know what's gone wrong. Because this is what I normally do. I might have made a mistake though. You know what I'm like. You're used to this by now. But there we go. There is our first little part. Then I'm going to jump in and just triangulate up. I've run out. Good job I've got more. So we'll pick a few more of these up and we'll just finish off this little section. And then that should be the building part sorted. Yeah, lovely. I think I'm going to keep the building this full size. So I wonder if I go around one more time. Now, I always get my maths wrong purely because I don't pay attention when I'm doing maths. And that's something I need to sort out. But I'm hoping that I've done this right. This should be 3. It is. Perfecto. So we're just going to get all the way around. Well, we're going to try. I've got the other pieces in here. I should have done them right because my calculation was correct. But maybe I didn't make enough. That's another thing that I do. I'm a pro at doing things wrong, let's be real. And that should be the base for our greenhouse. I think it's beautiful. I think it's lovely. And so far, S Plus is doing exactly the same things that Vanilla does. So I feel right at home. I'm a little bit worried of what might happen in the future though. We have crafted the wee bits that we... What is this? What is there an arrow for? Is that the front? It must be because that's... It is because that's the light green side. Why have that added that? Are people daft enough to not be able to tell which way around that wall is based on the fact that it's colour coded? Now, saying that, something weird's going on this triangle piece. S plus triangle's dodgy. Why is that? Why is it changed? What have they done? What have they done? What have they done? They've broken the game. What is happening? I need to take a few minutes to get my head around this because I was ready to put the doors and walls down and they've thrown a spanner in the works and it doesn't make any sense. I'm raging. I'm out here trying to use S Plus because it's meant to make life easier. It's taken about 3 hours to figure out how it works because it's so broken. Now, this works correctly, the door frame. The tealy, light greeny colour on the inside indicates the inside of the wall and the arrow is facing the opposite way where the dark green side of the wall is. So that is the front. That's right. And I know that's snapping to this foundation, so that is correct. And you can see they've got like a bit of more detail, a bit more of a curve to the front of the wall there, and a bit more jagged and flat on the back. How can it be jagged and flat? I don't know. It is. They've broke it that much. Now then, we've also got the walls, but these don't behave the same. This, for some reason, snapping to the inside foundation, has the arrow facing out to show the front, but they've made the back green and the front teal. Why? Why confuse it? That is so stupid. That is so broken. And this is why mods suck. But we're going to keep going. I'm going to put up with the absolute disaster, the absolute joke that is S Plus. My God. I was going to look at the arrow and ignore all of the main game indicators that the devs put in to make it easy and just flip them on the head. It's funny though that they've left the door frame right. The doorway is correct and the walls are all incorrect. It's absolutely magical. How am I short on walls? What have I done? I swear I went round and counted. Clearly I didn't count well enough because I'm stressed. I'm stressed with S+. I think we've done it. I think we've got through it. And I don't know if I can take any more. I'm going to try. I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep going. But I'm struggling out here. I want to do something simple next. Like putting stairs and railings in. Because I feel like nothing can go wrong with that. Surely. I hope. There's no S+ stairs. Oh, but they made fake tech. Oh my god. Why is the fake tech stairs? Oh, I guess I'm using my normal ones. Because I can't find any others. I've had to make normal stairs, by the way. Because there wasn't any S+ ones that I could see. Do you only get the one snap point as well? I guess that's kind of a good thing, but it looks like it's the wrong one. Do you get that little bump over the top? You don't. I guess that's good. They've tidied up the join for the stairs. I can appreciate that. But I'm going to boot off if these railings do anything weird. So, there's no arrow. Why stick arrows on the walls and not on the other things? Right. I'm going to go for the vanilla thing that I was trying to do with the walls that doesn't work with the walls. Light green on the inside. So why have they done it right for the railings? Why would they do it right for the railings and do it wrong for the walls? It's right for the doors as well. Has anybody else ever noticed that? Or am I just such a vanilla bob that these things stand out? Because that's horrendous. Game. Did they not snap to that because it's normal stairs? Oh, get lost. Get lost. Just go away. Go away, S+. This mod is so stupid, right? That they haven't made stairs and then they made it so their railings don't stack to the stairs. So I've still got to use vanilla structures even when I use S+. What's the point? What's the point in even having S+ then? If you're not going to go all out and do the proper kit. I was thinking they were going to make the railings join here. I thought they were going to get rid of that nasty gap that you get. No. They just haven't bothered. It doesn't exist. It's not a thing, which is so ridiculous, and I'm raging about it. But at least we got stairs. We got a railing. That was a little bit smoother because it was the correct way it's meant to be for the game. So we've got our little walkway around here. Now I've got my little door in. I need to work out what I want to do next. So I think I'm going to explore pillars because I'd like to get those positioned before I do any more building. Scary stuff. I am getting so mad. So mad. In ARK, your stairs can change into a ramp. It turns out, not only is the S+ guy decided to put the walls backwards, right? He's decided to put the stairs backwards. I have to add a ramp, apparently, to make stairs. So I can use S+. So I'm going to try it, because I want to see what jiggery-pokery you've got to do to make this work. Because so far, I'm disappointed with S+. But let's see. Let's keep giving it a chance. I'm going to make stairs and railings. Sorry, I'm going to make ramps and railings, because that's the way it goes in the main game. So why would you change it? You wouldn't, would you? You'd keep it the same. So it's going to be stairs, S+ stairs turned into ramps. You just wouldn't do it the other way, because that would confuse people. I'm enjoying this so much. Not using the S+, just the banter around it. This better blooming work. This better be absolute magic. Right? We're putting the ramps in. Can you put the railings on the ramps? You can. And it does fix it. It actually does. I was hoping it wouldn't. It does. Does it stay like that for the stairs? What? What? Why? That one, quick. What's happening? I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh, that's better. And that does look good. Like, for example, that nasty gap there isn't great. No nasty gap. And they've got rid of the little stone part to make it sit in the stairs better. The only issue is the angle looks odd now. It looks a bit elongated. That's a little bit more chubby and cute. I think overall I still prefer vanilla. I feel like they needed to keep this little brick section down the side. And maybe cut this short. If they stopped it here, rather than overlapping the stairs, stopped it at the bottom step and joined it at the top, I'd be all for it. The guy needs my influence, he needs my help, he needs to get in touch. I'll show him how to make a good design. I can't make the mod, but I'll make his mod look better, right? Promise you, I promise you. But yeah, at least we've sussed it now. What a stupid thing to have done that was. Anyway, I said I was going to do pillars. I still haven't yet because the stairs were so darn confusing. Ooh, already. Ooh, this is snapping all over the shop. I don't have to use fence foundations, which I was hoping I wouldn't. But I'm getting multiple snap points. One for each thing. I'm going to snap into the square. So that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm going to snap into the square foundation. I feel like that makes more sense to us. And then at least I know where they're all facing. Is that right? 4 around like that looks good to me. Let's get the wooden ones on top. Do they work properly? Looks like they do. That's good, that's good. It works exactly like vanilla, which is why I'm an enjoyer of that. Now I'm at the point where I want to start getting glass around here. So I'm thinking I'm going to craft up the greenhouse glass windows and just pop them around here in a circle. I'll need one for above the door as well. Or do I do something weird and put like a different material above the door? Nah, because I want good greenhouse effect. Got me glass, the S plus glass, and it better not cause us any problems. Right, the arrow's on the outside, so I'm believing that that's right. I'm trusting the arrow. I'm putting my faith in the arrow. I don't know how I feel about that, but that's what I'm doing. And look, our greenhouse feels a bit more greenhousey. Now, I'm unsure how I feel. I feel like the lower walls seem quite high for this. And I've seen in S Plus you can do half walls. Is that something I'd do on here? No. There it is. Why is it so skinny? It's a little rangy wall. What's it doing? Oh, that could have been cool though. Too late now. Too late now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out what I need to do for the roof. I need a door, actually. I should put a door in. I may have a wee bit of a problem here. I decided that instead of doing a little platform around it, I'd see if S Plus let us just build straight on the side of the glass walls. So I made this. And then I went to make this. And I've got no engram points. So I need to do something or we're not going to have a greenhouse today. Oh my god! Is this Deliveroo flying in? Oh my god! Deliveroo!
Why?
Why is this Tropio not called Deliveroo? It really should be.
I'll rename it.
Yes! Oh, good to see you grew your head back. I mean, that was a big concern. But thank you so much for the mind wipe. It's going to actually save this build. You know, without a roofless greenhouse. Anytime. Don't go saying anytime. I will be tempted. It's alright for a vanilla bob using S Plus, I guess, you know? Can you still grind down the handrails?
I've not even used the S Plus myself. I'm still building vanilla too, so.
What? Well, you're going to have to try it now. Then I'm going to have to come and visit you and see your results. Exactly.
Yeah, looking class. Take
that
care.
glass looks class. Well, thank you so much, human side guy. Sorry, Deliveroo. He's off. What a gem. What a lovely dude. We're going to find out how these roof pieces work on S Plus. And it does do that. That there's actually a miracle. Has it just given us the one snap on there, though? Oh, wow. So I can just go around like this, and I don't have to mess about with ceilings underneath. and then putting triangle walls in. That there, I'll give them that. That's actually good. And do these triangles work well? Do they snap nicely? Believe it or not, they actually do. And everything's fitting lovely and is very nice and neat. That's actually really good. I can't fault that. I'll give S plus that one. That's the first thing they've got right. The one thing and the only thing. And we're starting to get some weird sort of dome of a greenhouse, but it's okay. We're going to put the top on and then we'll work the rest around. I wonder if I just do the top flat with a railing around, or if I do some walls. I could try half glass walls. That would be interesting maybe. I'll have a think. I don't know what works. I'll see what happens and we'll get this done. We're going in, and we're going to hope that this works. This works on vanilla. That doesn't work either! To be fair, that doesn't work on vanilla, but I thought it might work on here. That's ridiculous that doesn't have a snap point. Looks like I'm going to have to craft me some walls. I can't believe I'm having to resort to vanilla tactics to be able to use S+. It's absolutely shocking. This should not be a thing that I have to do. I just shouldn't. These better stay snapped. If this collapses, I will not be happy. But we're getting the snaps in there. Why am I one short? Oh, one's gone on the outside. Why did that happen? I hate S+. Right, I've got ladders. I'm going to put it on the side. I'm going to put it on the side, in the middle, on this side. And what's so special about the S+ ladders? Oh, they don't clip onto the other side of the wall and flip about and go through it. Oh, I'm straight up. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So I'm pick this awry piece of glass and pop that in there. And I'm really worried that this is just going to collapse when I take the walls down. But it's a risk I've got to take. It's a risk I've got to take. Well, they've stayed up, so they must be snapped. Hey, you did! So we've got our ceiling on top. Now, this is way too much glass. But I can't not have the roof as glass since it's a greenhouse. But I've also seen something earlier on when I was trying to work things out. And I can probably change this material, right? I just have what I want. I'm going to go to Adobe because I feel like that is the one that feels more like a terracotta roof, you know? Oh, why does it not have the tiles on the triangular piece? It's just going to have to do. We get around here, going to get this all in, and then we're going to figure out how the very top of the greenhouse is going to look. But for now, I'm pretty happy with how this is going for my first go at S+. I'm not the best PvE builder anyway. I've barely done any PvE building. I always build PvP. So, you know, we've overcome multiple challenges in this playthrough. And I guess I'm quite happy about that. That's lovely. I need to put railings around the top. I think that's going to look tidy. In fact, these railings can be half walls, right, can't they? Do I just leave it like that? Or do I make these half walls? And then put glass above them as well? Ooh, I don't know. I don't know what I prefer. I feel like I'm going to try this because that's the S+ thing to do. Let's get up here and fix everything that's wrong with S+. That shouldn't be wrong with S+, because S+ should be fixing this issue. But if I take those triangles out below, everything collapses. So I've got to go for a double triangle ceiling on my little roof extension. But I guess that's alright. It works. Can I get on top? Go on, let us on. Nah, it's not going to. It's just being a nuisance. There's really no need. But I want to go around with railings as well. On top of those half walls. Which snap point is it that I want? That looks alright to me. Make sure they're all the same height. And I think that'll be a nice little roof topper. Don't know what they're actually called. We're calling it a roof topper. Because it's on top of the roof. Topping off the roof. Now, one of them would have to go wrong. So S+ really isn't that much better than vanilla because it's the exact same thing I have to put up with. Oh, and it's done the double one where it does it twice in a row. It's legit just exactly the same. I'm not getting what all the fuss is about right now. And it's done it again. Despite being snapped correctly. Come on, come on. Am I going to have to Q jiggle? Or just look down? Nah. What's wrong with it? I hate S+. Plus. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get in here, right? Because this is stressing us out. I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to jump in here. I'm going to try it from up here. See if that helps. Right, we need one of those in. One of those in. There, I've got it there. I feel like the glass was causing an issue. Switch that one to the half wall. And then we'll slip the glass back in. Hey presto. Genius. But that's the kind of stuff you have to do with vanilla. Why am I having to do it now? Let's have a look at what we got so far. Looking tidy. Still a bit tall, I think. I don't know how I feel about that railing being on top, but we've done it now. Just so we could try using a half wall. I think I need to put a railing around the edge of the adobe wall. Yeah, we'll go around the edge. We're going to go with these as well. With the railings, just to finish this off. I don't know why, it seems a bit odd. It seems a little unfinished with the slope roof just stopping where it is. So this is how we're going to solve that. Going to get around with railings. You've got to do it. It's just got to be done. It's one of those things. I think especially when you're using the glass, the greenhouse glass, I think it just looks right. Having the railing around the top. Helps just create a bit of an edge. Although on the slopes, the adobe's popping through, and I'm not a fan about that. But it's going to have to do for now. I can tidy things up later if I really want to. I've taken everything down off the roof. I absolutely hated what was going on. And I'm just going to go back to the simple putting a railing around. I feel like this building is so small that it just looks a little bit overpowering having all that on the top. Whereas that to me looks a lot more balanced. So I'm happier with that. Let's pop this door in here. Why is it facing the wrong way? No, it's not. Oh, it faces both ways. That's weird. The arrows are confusing us. And let's open it. And we've got a room now, which is fully closed off. What I'm wanting to do, though, is I put a door in and thought, why don't I add windows to break this up? And I noticed the door's in the middle of a 3 section. So why don't I do the exact same thing with windows? And in the middle of each section, bang a greenhouse window rather than a greenhouse glass wall. And I think that'll just make it look a little bit more detailed and break the stone up around the bottom because there's just so much stone. It's actually beyond a joke. Just when I'm moving around it, well, I can't there because I've got ladders in the way. Maybe I should take those ladders down. But I just think that's going to make it look a little bit more interesting, especially from the inside. Yeah, it's a win, that. I feel like I want pillars here as well, you know. I feel like I should just put pillars all the way around. Let's get these pillars in then. I'm hoping that they don't become too overpowering. I'm going to do it from the inside a bit to see what I'm doing better. So I want them on the square. I've been putting them all on the square. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. But I just think it's going to make the building feel a little better. I get the feeling that the edges don't look great where there isn't a pillar when you look at it from certain angles. So I'm hoping that this fixes that. Don't see why it wouldn't look good. And it's simple to do. It's not like I'm struggling. Oh, wow, you still get both snap points. What is S+ doing? It's really confusing. Why isn't it just snapping to the pillar? What's it trying to snap to? The glass. Is that what it's doing? Whoa, that is wild. But they're in. And that looks fine from the inside. I like it. Maybe it'll look nice from the outside. Let's check. Yeah, I think that's better. I think that's a lot better. I'm happier. I'm much happier. And that makes me think I'm ready to look into the inside. So I'm going to figure out the best way to go about getting crop plots and pipes and things into here using the S+ pieces. I can see again, because there's daylight, which is nice, because I'm going to be tinkering with things I'm not familiar with. Now what I've done is, I've crafted up some square crop plots and some triangular ones, and apparently these should snap to the foundations, but I've also got internal pipes which just aren't there but are there. So I'm intrigued to see how that works. Now there's also a square one and a triangular one. So do I put them there and do you see them? No, they're invisible. Is that what's supposed to happen? It seems like it. And then I guess I get... In fact, I can put one if I want under the door there. I don't see why not. Because it's just water pipes. It'll keep them all connected around the outside. And I'm going to want one where I'm going to run my water in. So maybe I do that at the back centre, which is this one. Can I get that to snap? No, because it's triangles. So I'll do it off here. And then does my intake just snap to that? Oh, it does. Lovely, cool. So that should be connected up and water should be running around. AKA, it's irrigated, I hope. Now I'm guessing the crop plots will do exactly the same, right? Oh, wow, they do. Properly snap in there. They seem really tall. But they're in and they're snapped. And if these triangles do the same, that's going to be sick. Now I've just realised I forgot to put these triangles in. So I hope they can go in underneath. I'm presuming they are. I cannot see now. That's kind of my bad. But hopefully these are snapping in the right place. And hopefully I won't have any problems. Did I put one in here already? Yeah, cool. So I'm hoping that's pipes all the way around the outside here, fueling these crop plots. I'm then going to want to get taps and just put them in there. And I'm hoping that is the greenhouse done. Let's check this actually. Yeah, greenhouse effect 300, sick. I was wondering if changing the glass to Adobe would have caused an issue, but it doesn't. It's perfect, so I'm stoked. All we need now is to get that sorted with the taps, and then we'll be ready to use our greenhouse, and that's going to be so, so good. I was having some problems trying to flip the tap around there, so I think the issue is going to be similar to the main game pipes, in that you need them connected on both sides, like two pipes together to create the snap point for the flip. Yep, that's correct. So that one's going in there. And yeah, I don't need these, but I just think it's going to look tidy. And that keeps all the water flowing nicely. And then all I need is to get the plants in when I get some seeds in, which is good because we are irrigated with full greenhouse effect. And I'm happy with that. There we have it. That is the greenhouse complete. I have struggled with this. S Plus has been an absolute nightmare, but that's probably just because I'm new to it. I'm pretty impressed with some elements, some parts of it, but other parts annoy us. For example, I think these railings are really cool. They look a lot tidier. Like I say, I'd like this to not overhang the stair, but then my stairs are going into the ground. So maybe if it was higher, it would look a little bit better. I feel like the fact that this starts off as a ramp, when on the game, the start off as stairs, is really annoying. I'm enjoying the fact that when I come in here, this is actually greenhouse glass, but I can change what it looks like. I thought when people were doing this in S Plus, it was actually upgrading the item. So you could put thatch down, make it stone, and it acted as stone. But that's not the case, and that's really cool. It gives you so many more visual options. I like how everything snaps. I think that is sick. I just don't like how these look. I think they look a little bit too modern. They don't quite fit the ARK aesthetic. And I think the water pipe thing is actually a lot better than the method in game, although I do like being able to see the pipes. So if you did this and it fitted them like that, but you could see the pipe if you removed the foundation, I think that would be the ultimate victory there. Also, there was a lot of extra pieces that was confusing, but I think once I got my head around them, they're not too bad to use. It's very similar to vanilla, and I love this. This makes life so much easier. Treating the ground as if there's a well down there, rather than having to go to a river or the sea. I think that is sick. So all in all, have I enjoyed my first S Plus experience? I think enjoyed is the wrong word because it has done my head in. But can I see the benefit of it? Do I like some parts of it? Yes. Would I use it again? Maybe. But at the end of the day, we've got a build that I think I could have done in vanilla. And I like it. I like it even though I could have done it in vanilla. Maybe I should have been more creative and tried more things. But yeah, it's cool. It's a build. It's functional. It works. We've got the full greenhouse effect. Everything's irrigated. I cannot complain, which is why I'm going to call that there, guys. Thank you so much for watching, as always. If you've enjoyed the episode, please remember to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Helps me out a million, and I really do appreciate that support. Also, check out the description. You'll find my socials, my Discord, and links to all of the creators on this server. But until next time, you guys take care, and I'll catch you later. Ciao.